Legion, as you'll hear like always. And we hear some more Screen Team stuff, which is kind of awesome. I'm glad to get back into the content they're making. They, I think they, like I said in the last reaction, they had some kind of issues with getting the stuff they had planned out. And I've kind of missed their just general unboxings and their general thought videos about what they're doing or what they're liking coming up with. I'm not the biggest fan of Nintendo like they are. They love Nintendo, and I kind of wish it would go out of business. I know that's not having kind of a difference opinion. That's kind of like complete polar opposites. But when you can't bring Mario Party online multiplayer, I don't think you should be alive as a company. That's just my personal thoughts. That game was awesome. And my childhood was filled with plenty of the awesomeness that was that game. But I missed just kind of their general videos of them just kind of hanging out and just discussing stuff and unboxing stuff. But music videos are always welcome and are always good. And I'm here for a second attempt to not lose train of thought halfway through the video. I don't know why. I just started talking about other stuff. I don't know. I started losing cohesion for a second. I don't know what it was. But this is Transformers. And I'm down. I love Transformers and everything about it. So let's just get into it. Check it out. See what it's all about. Let's hope it's good. It's so loud for me. I don't know if it's loud for you. It's loud for me. I still haven't seen the new movie. Those are some good costumes.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings. There's only one way to end this war.
See how they made it?
Roll out.
Transformers. Robots in disguise.
That's Starscream?
Transformers. More than meets the eye.
Dude, this is fucking epic, man. Oh, Jesus, nostalgia.
Starscream, Megatron, Slipstream, Galvatron, Breakdown, Headstrong, Onslaught, Dive Bomb, Rampage, Shockwave, Thundercracker, Soundwave, Razor Claw, Blast Off, Decepticons.
Oh shit, it's the cassette one. Oh hell yeah, dude. Dude. I hope they have a behind the scenes to this. I want to see how they made all this.
Ratchet, RC, Rodimus, Bumblebee, Blaster, Ironhide, Jetfire, Powerglide, Cliffjumper, Ultra Magnus, Sunstreaker, Pyromagna, Stormclash, Skydive, Wheeljack, Optimus Prime.
Dude, this freaking video, man. So epic! Oh hell yeah, bro! That was now. I'm making the Ant-Man and the Transformers one right after another. Actually, I wasn't planning on it. I was just gonna wait a few days and get back into it. But I thought, you know what, I might as well just jump into it. I honestly did not like the reaction I did for the Ant-Man. I lost my train of thought like right at the end of it and started talking about a whole other stuff. Maybe it was that. Maybe it was just the Black Widow cosplay, but I lost train of thought. But I honestly wasn't happy with how that reaction actually came out. It's probably the first time I've ever done a reaction out of 1,000 videos I've done where I was just not actually happy with how I ended the video or my thoughts that I portrayed in the last half of it at all. Like, I didn't like any of it. But But I always do the first reactions. I don't do planned stuff. So you gotta upload the stuff that you're not happy with the stuff that you are happy with, and that's just kind of how it is. And out of like 1,200 or whatever videos it is I got, it's good to have one video that you're just not completely happy with. I mean, I've had incidents where there's sounds going on and I didn't quite like it, but that was one where I did not like how my face did stuff. And somebody over here is making some noise in my apartment, so that's always really fun. I didn't really care for, I think, the Ant-Man one as much. I liked it in the beginning, but I don't think I really overall enjoyed the video. The song was good, kind of, but I think that's just kind of why maybe I just lost cohesion. This one, I think it was the music first off. The music got me real hyped. I really enjoyed how it's good. I'm going to put this into the general mix of music I listen to when I stream and playing games and stuff like that with whatever community I have on twitch.tv. I think I'll definitely throw this in there because it's the music. I can definitely see returning some old school games like Burnout Paradise and listen to something like this or something like High Octane. Putting this song on with some Beat Hazard would be hilarious. But the music in general was great. I felt kind of weird. At first I thought they were just naming off Decepticon names. And then I just caught the point where they were kind of rhyming it all together. I kind of missed that at first. The costumes were awesome. I'm assuming that maybe it wasn't Chad and Angie that made them, but it was those guys in the suits that made them, I'm thinking. So shout out to those guys. And all respects to them for those costume designs. They were great. Going old school... Megatron and Starscream was... I enjoyed that. And if I'm not mistaken, that was the original animated... Transformers, the animated series, Optimus Prime talking, the rollout in the beginning, which, either way, that or not, it was... I'm assuming when it's going to be Chad and Angie, they're not going to just pick, like, Transformers Beast Mode or whatever the hell that one was called, what was it? Beastbot? No. Transformers Beast something. Was it Beast Mode? I don't remember. It's been actually a long time. I have some of the Transformers around. I have like the Ratchet or whatever over there somewhere. The Rat one. And I have the Bumblebee S, the Cheetah. I have some of them somewhere. But leave it to Chad and Angie not to pick something that's the most popular or the most new. They went old school. And they got the original, I believe, Transformers music, and that's exactly how I feel. That's exactly what I would have done as well. Homage to the OG, the original, the very first. That's kind of how I view things. If I was going to do something Transformers, or if I was going to get, like, say, a shirt, I get the original Autobots logo, let's say, on the shirt, the one that had like the purple and the chrome, very much reminiscence of that era of just everything being chrome and shiny. Back in the day, I was going to get a tattoo, like right here, of, I think, a Decepticon symbol. Is what I wanted to get way back when. And I still, even to this day, wouldn't have been, I wouldn't have cared. It would have showed, it would have been a good little thing to show my nerd, but not going too far. Not like a full Pokemon sleeve or something. You know who that is. And I still would never regret it to this day. But I don't know if I would have went really old school. I think the old school is the dark purple, if I'm not mistaken. And that's the one I would have been. And a buddy of mine got Decepticon and Autobot on opposite arms. And he got the original OG symbol. And I think that's just how some of us, maybe on the little older side of things, we view the world now. What we grew up with was like the best. And technically, when you look at some of the horrible stuff that Michael Bay did to Transformers, the original stuff is usually the better. It's not like back in my day, AC/DC and all the other rock and roll was so great, and what's out now is bad. I like the new stuff now. Whether it was when I was growing up and it was Avenged Sevenfold or whatever it was, but I understand where people come from when they're looking at like Led Zeppelin, Def Leppard, AC/DC, Ozzy Osbourne. All that stuff was the classics. And I think that's just kind of where I am now. It's like, oh, the movies are great, action-packed, explosions, bang. And some of the cartoons are pretty good. But nothing beats the original. And honestly, I think Bad Memory is what makes nostalgia and the past so awesome, because when people go back and revisit some of that stuff, sometimes they're disappointed because they remember it better than it was. Transformers, I actually saw some of the original stuff some years ago, and I'm like, yeah, it was old. I accept it. And honestly, the feeling it gave me and the feeling that original audio made me remember is why the oldies are always the goodies. Oh, yeah. I don't know what else to say. I was going to say something. I don't know what I was going to say, but damn, this was like a top 10 good video from them. Song specifically was great, and I loved it. It really got me hyped, and I enjoyed every bit of it. And it didn't have... I actually wanted to have some kind of constructive criticism about what they do. I know they have a rabid fan. This isn't any negativity or hate or anything like that. But I would really love to see them... they're accomplished. Angie can do all the cosplay stuff, and she does it incredibly. Whether it's the cosplay kitchen or the cosplay, Spider-Man bra that she made, or whatever it is, the Harry Potter stuff that she does, or whatever Chad's mix of music, or coming up with his own ideas. They have this talent. I would really, really love to see them put some of that focal energy into a stage, into a background. Nothing brings me out of an immersion more than seeing cosplay in a normal setting. Like when you see some of these other, specifically girls, when they're trying to do their seductive elf whatever, they're in a forest somewhere, right? They're on a log. They're by some kind of small rivery thing. Wherever they can shoot. It very much pulls me out of the immersion when I see Ant-Man, Captain America, and Black Widow fighting in the back of someone's backyard next to their pool, or watching cars drive by in the background, even though that was actually more making sense. Would have been kind of cool is if they would have been like in the two, the yellow lines where the turn, where you start, before you get into the turn lane, there's the double yellow lines on both sides to separate. They should have been there doing that. And one of the things I was thinking about is that you don't even have to make a set. I understand that it's just them for the most part, and maybe some of their friends. And doing something like a set or making props is super time consuming with trying to make the music. It's unrealistic. But say you sat in the middle of the two roads in the yellow line and you did this video. You would have a bunch of cars just driving and coming to you. And that would be it. But when you add filters, when you add like a Tron, let's say, effect to the cars driving by, so all their headlights and brake lights are a specific hue. The car doesn't look so real. It has like, there's all kinds of CGI-esque filters you can put on that turns what makes a car real with the metal or whatever plasticky bullshit they put on cars, and they give it like a whole new texture, almost like a comic book, almost like a weird matte. There's a lot of filters you can use. And it'd be really cool to see some, because seeing them dance in front of their home, it like breaks my immersion a little bit. So that's just the only constructive criticism, is use some kind of filter for the background to turn the background to something different. To augment reality, pretty much would be a good addition to any music video they make. Because I think they can make music videos great. The problem is they are using fantasy characters that don't fit in our world. But if they were doing like if Chad and Angie were doing a music video, I'm sure it'd look fantastic. And everything would be fine about it. For whatever reason, the Talk Nerdy video just kind of worked. I don't know why. I think it had a lot of edits. It had a lot of just playful with it. And it took place in a very light controlled, and it had props in it. And that was kind of the thing. But seeing them walk around on carpet, you never see carpet in like an Avengers movie. Everything's like hardwood floors or tile or something smooth. There's no fabric. And I think that's where some things kind of bogged down. I don't know. That's just my own constructive criticism and something I wanted to add as an idea. I don't know why. But I hope no one takes that negatively. I hope that's not like anybody thinks it's a diss or something like that. It's not. I love what they do, and if I could even have any kind of input to even spark their own ideas, that's cool enough for me. I don't need to be a part of it or anything. I'm just saying. It's like if I could just spark an idea or give them advice, and it's useful advice, all the more power to me, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying now. I'm going to get out here. I'm going to start to lose that cohesion thing I was talking about earlier. 15-minute video, kind of crazy, kind of extensive, but whatever. I got a lot to say. Peace. Later. Bye.